All right, thank you very much for joining us. First of all, what's obvious here is that we feel for your pain, and I'm very sorry to have to meet you this way, but hopefully by getting the word out there, we'll raise attention and keep people focused on finding DiMaggio. But we are very sorry for your pain, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Let's take a step back if we could. This story is confusing to a lot of people. Explain the relationship between your family, your kids, their mother, and Mr. DiMaggio.
Mr. DiMaggio came into our lives about 6 months before Hannah was born. He and I had a very close relationship over the years, and we've done many, many things throughout the years together, and he's basically became like part of our family. He was always around, and we always did stuff together as a family. Sometimes he took the kids camping, but we were just very good friends.
This is your buddy. You know him. Was there ever
Yes.
anything about him that you found suspicious? I know the easy answer is no, because you wouldn't have had him around your family, but searching your history now, was there anything there?
You know, I have come up blank. I have been through every scenario in my brain. There was nothing ever to show any indication of this. Everybody you could even talk to loved him. He would give you the shirt off his back, and he was there to help at any time you called, and nothing ever like this indicated anything.
So
I'm hearing different stories, but, you know, nothing to me ever indicated anything like this.
So in piecing this back together, your kids and their mother going up to his cabin, not unusual, happened all the time, can't read into it.
That is correct. I can't say it happened all the time, but a lot of times he was down at our place, and every once in a while the kids, even myself, when I was in San Diego, would go up there and stay the night, and we'd ride a go-kart or do whatever, you know, and it was just being like camping out because of his cabin.
Now, we have heard these rumors, as have you, that your 16-year-old daughter, Hannah, had become uncomfortable around him. He'd expressed that he had a crush. We don't know the context. We don't know what really happened. But had you heard anything about that until now?
I have not heard anything about that. If I had heard something about that, or my wife had heard something about that, it would have been cut off.
No question about it.
No question about it.
So again, this is just a huge blank spot. When did you learn about this?
I learned about this on the day of the fire. My cousin called me and said, "Did you hear about Jim's house?" And so I just Googled it and found, you know, the pictures, and they said there was one body, which at the point I thought was Jim. And so I was very upset for Jim. And then things just downward spiraled from there.
Tell me about your kids, Mr. Anderson. Tell me about Hannah. Tell me about Ethan.
Give me a second.
I know this is difficult. I cannot imagine talking about my kids in this kind of situation, but we want people to feel connected to what's at stake here and who may be lost. So please, if you can, tell us about what made these kids so special to you.
Ethan wore his heart on his sleeve. He would do anything for anybody, loved everybody. He was just my buddy. We spoke quite often since I've been in Nashville, and he would tell me his daily routines. He was just getting back into football for his second year. And Hannah was just a beautiful, beautiful girl. Very, very good student, hundreds and hundreds of friends. And there was nothing bad to say about my kids. They never did anything to anybody. They were always wonderful. We were pretty tight-knit, even though I was a couple thousand miles away. I don't know what to say. It's surreal to me right now.
When you found out that they found your wife in the house and that she's gone, could you believe it?
No, I could not believe it. I can't fathom what happened in Jim's head. What happened? He obviously just lost it.
Tell us about her. Tell us about your wife.
My wife and I, we had been together for many years. We've been married for about the last going on 11 years. And I have taken a job in Nashville. My job here in San Diego went under. And we still spoke on, at least a couple of times a week. And we're working things out. She was a very lovely lady, very friendly to everybody. She has good friends, loved by her family. And she wouldn't hurt a fly. And for this to happen to her was just uncalled for.
And this guy DiMaggio was one of the people you thought you could depend on in your absence to make sure that your wife and your kids were okay. Is that true?
Absolutely. I spoke to him often, and he would help get my son to football practice on days that Hannah had dance or whatever, and he was constantly there for me.
They are going through this very difficult forensic analysis of what happened inside the house. They know they found your wife there. There's another body they're trying to figure out. Is not knowing the most difficult part for you right now?
I know that they're looking for DNA and everything, but I wish that, I hope that's not my boy, but I have to kind of think that it is. That's kind of my mindset right now. So right now a lot of focus is on trying to get my daughter back alive.
She's 16 years old. She's smart. She's strong, but she is with an adult male. Do you have any idea where he would think he could go, what he would think he could do in a situation like this?
I have no idea. He's into camping. He could be anywhere. That's why people that are going out to different camp spots, please keep your eyes open. I don't care where it is. I just have no clue. Like I said, it's surreal to me. I can't imagine this even happening, and just kind of taking it day by day and hoping for the best.
What is the hardest thing for you emotionally in this, dealing with having your wife, your daughter, and your son all in some type of not being with you anymore? What's the hardest thing for you emotionally in dealing with this?
I believe the hardest thing emotionally is still to come when I have to go and start cleaning out their apartments and rooms. But I have a lot of support here with me, and we'll try to get through it.
We are here for you as well. We want to get the word out that everybody is looking for DiMaggio, that they're looking for Hannah, and yes, that we have Ethan's face out there just in case. What do you want to say to this man if he's monitoring the news?
Like I said before, you've taken everything. The damage is done. Just let my daughter go. Let her go home safe. Let her be with me and try to mend things from there.
That's all that matters to you right now, is getting her back, right? What happens to him is secondary.
That's correct.
Look, it must be impossible for you to stay strong like this. I give you all the respect in the world for coming on and talking about this and keeping the fight up. I know to you it's the only thing you can do, because all that matters to you in the world is missing right now. But anything we can do to help, we will. And we know that there's been a fund set up, yes?
Yes, there has. It's I don't have a whole lot of information, but it's called the Anderson Family Memorial Fund, and it's set up through Wells Fargo out of the Sparks, Nevada, Wells Fargo, and it was done very quickly by a friend of mine and some amazing people named Andrew Davis and Michelle St. Pierre. I can't thank them enough. We will try to get more information on you with how this works as time moves on.
What are you going to do with the fund?
Well, I'm not a rich guy. I'm going to, most likely use whatever I can to help with any upcoming expenses. And most likely then, if there's anything left over, I will donate that for someone for exploited children.
It's very noble. Please know that as information develops and the things that you want us to get out, we are a phone call away for you. Okay?
I appreciate that.
I'm very sorry to meet you this way, but we will keep hope alive that Hannah can be found and that she is safe.